Hello everybody and welcome back to Warhammer Weekend Times. My name is Stan and I'm your host, and today I've got a 1v1 field battle between the Tomb Kings, who I'm going to be playing as, and the Grand Principality of Reichland, who is going to be commanded by Dewa. Let's go over the army comps really quick, folks, and then we'll go ahead and start this battle up. Dewa has on his flank, he's got a unit of Sons of Manan, and then some Empired Swordsmen, and then some Dismounted Reichsguard behind them. Then he's got some Great Swords, and then a unit of Hellstrom Rocket Battery, and he's bringing some Bright Wizards. Over here, he's got a really large pike unit, or pike line, of Rinko's Republican Guard, and some Dismounted Reichsguard Halberds. In front of them, he's parked 2 units of High Elf Archers, probably to try and bait me to attack them, and then use his pike line to hold down my infantry once I send them in. And he's also got another unit of Great Swords and Reichsguard over here. And then he's got on this flank 2 units of Ragnar's Wolves and a unit of Demigryph Knights. I guess you really wouldn't call this a flank, though. This is kind of just his cavalry deployment. And then over on this side, he's got a unit of Volan's Venators, and he's also got a unit of Outriders. Over on my side, I've got a really wide line of deployment to avoid getting bombarded by his artillery. But I've got some units of Tomb Guard, and then I've got a whole bunch of mummies, and then behind them I've got some Ushabti, and then back behind them I've got a whole bunch of skeleton archers. And then over on this flank I've got a couple units of skeleton horse archers to maybe harass his cavalry, or maybe some of his more squishy units like those Bright Wizards that are kind of high value but sometimes harder to get to. And then over in the trees I've got some Scarabs, which will actually burrow underground, and they become kind of semi-invisible. You can still see kind of a dust trail from them, and if you hit the bottom, the button in the bottom right, they'll pop up on, the actual unit card or unit placement will pop up. Those little red or green circles underneath the unit legs. But anyway, guys, then I've got a whole bunch of Necropolis Knights, and I accidentally deployed some Holy Sons over here. And then I've got 2 units of Bone Giants, which are devastating. Okay, folks, that is my army, and I think that's all of Dewa's army as well, so we'll go ahead and start this battle. The first thing that's going to happen is Dewa is going to start sending in his cav. He's going to send in his Outriders and his Volan Venators, or Volan's Venators, out, and I believe I am going to kind of return fire, or fire before he does with my cavalry. And I don't think I'm going to get too many kills on this volley. I'm going to get a couple, but not many. Back over here, he is going to be sending in his Demigryph Knights and his Ragnar's Wolves, but little does he know, my Scarabs are in here somewhere. I don't know if their unit card will pop up, but... Oh, here they are, actually, guys. They're going to be popping up right here in front of his cav and preventing them from charging into some of my other knight units. And here come the rest of them popping up right here as well to stop his Ragnar's Wolves. And they are considered spearmen, so they're going to have a little bonus against cavalry, but his Ragnar's Wolves are going to be chopping into my bugs and killing quite a few. These guys are really more for just kind of holding units down. They're not great in melee, but in come my Necropolis Knights, and I think my Giants are in here somewhere as well, but they're going to start kind of cutting down some of these Demigryphs. They are really isolated among my Necropolis Knights, which is something that I really want. Whenever you outnumber units like that, you have a lot of potential to just pick them off. Man, my Bone Giant's coming in and just tearing through these Ragnar's Wolves. They're wavering. These are eager, but these other ones are going to be wavering, and then they're going to kind of run away. Back over in this main area, though, I am going to start engaging my mummies and my Ushabti, charging in. I think yeah, here is, I think his Hellstrom Rocket Battery's over here somewhere. I can't actually see it. Oh, it's pulling back. Yeah, here we go. And he does have his Bright Wizards in a position to start shooting. Yeah, they're going to start throwing their magic. And I don't see it exploding, but sometimes you don't visually see it because it looked like maybe a couple units dropped right here to some fire magic. But my Ushabti are going to be coming in, fighting against these Great Swords. Oh, that was actually a pretty decent shot. Killed a few of my skeletons. I'm not going to be worrying about routing, though, and my kind of wide deployment, or wide, I don't know what you call it, guys. I can't formation, that's it. My wide formation is going to kind of minimize a lot of those hits from the mages, and once they're in melee combat like that, ooh, that's really cool. Look at those swords. They're actually like, let's see if we can get a good shot of that. Actually, yeah, look at that. Like, looks like a big fire sword. But my line is going to kind of start melding into theirs. He does have his Rico's Republican Guard right here, which are a really nasty unit to contend with. But I am going to charge my giant in, and he's going to do his little... Those charges really don't do too much damage. They kind of more disrupt formations that are... You know, they're really good at actually sieges. If you charge him in, and you see he's like knocking over my own units. They're not going to take any damage from that, but it is inconvenient if they are on the main line. They can take some hits while they're down and potentially, you know, get killed that way. So that's a really good way you can use the giants to just kind of just run them through lines. But they also are really devastating once they sit in combat. I'm trying to get these guys situated. Here they go. They're going to start just ripping into this Rico's Republican Guard unit and these halberdiers, doing lots and lots and lots of damage. I am going to have my U-Shot be coming up back too, so I do have kind of this a little bit of an encirclement on his units that are still in here. He is going to get a really good charge though with those Ragnar's Wolves, and just absolutely crush this area of mummies. Luckily though, you know, having infantry morale, I'm not going to worry about a rout. That will probably rout most other units. And these are 2 HP, so that's kind of a good indicator of how strong these Ragnar's Wolves could be. But that was a really good placement of his Cav and his Rico's Republican Guard to get that charge off. Although, right over here, look at this, guys. My Giants have really cleaned up what is kind of left over here. I mean, all these kills I would attribute to mostly the Giants. Lots of action happening over in this side of the field, though. I don't know if he's got any mages left. Yeah, he does, but they're engaged in melee combat, really in the thick of it between my cavalry and my Ushabti, and I think that's his last mage that he's got, and that's not going to look good for him at all. Let's see if he's going to... Yeah, he's going to go down with that hit right there, and that's the end of those mages, so that was really something I needed to get rid of, because I am going to start kind of clumping up more now, that I don't have to worry about them, and kind of starting to push my units in a little farther. I don't think I pulled a lot of my units out of loose formation. I should have, probably, once you engage like this, because, you know, I mean, I guess I could use these skeleton archers as an example. There really aren't many left, kind of spread out, so they're getting picked off pretty easily by these Republican Guard. My Giants are doing a superb job, though, at just cleaning up these infantry units. And look at these Republican Guard are kind of like very slowly backing up, and they're backing up into... look at these Giants, guys. 4 big Giants on the field, just crushing through these units. And this would be really good if he had still had some Outriders left, I think. He would have been able to really kind of harass me with them, you know, or harass my Bone Giants with those Outrider units. Gunpowder, I would argue, is the best way, or artillery or mages are the best way to deal with Giants. Just in melee, they're going to be almost unmatched. You know, the only, obviously, like, you know, greater demon units probably are better, but, you know, one-on-one units have a lot of hard time fighting, just, you know, one-on-one with each other, but, or at least large units like these do. That's just kind of how Medieval 2 works. But they are just tearing through these Rico's Republican Guard, and they're going to rout, and these dismounted Reichsguard are also beginning to shake as well. I do have my Ushabti in here, which cause fear, so that's going to help me kind of take advantage of the morale situation. Look at all this just dead gold and red plumage. All these, you know, even my units kind of look like they mix in, like, you know, color-wise with the dead bodies, so that's really cool. I'm going to charge in with my Necropolis Knights into his dismounted Reichsguard. Not a very smart move, but I did kind of hit at the side, so I killed, you know, a few. You can see a lot of these dead ones on the ground. He's only got 1 unit of Ragnar's Wolves in this, or unit of Ragnar's Wolves. But look at that, just coming in, swinging, picking off these Cav units, having like 13 attack, really is going to make a big difference. He's killed already like 3 units, but then, yeah, he's going to get picked off either by the Ushabti or the Arrowfire. I really couldn't tell. I do have my Giants over here. They are focused in on killing these Volan's Venators. Man, this is scary. And I think that's most of his units that are on the field. He's got some Reichsguard still charging in here. He does have these dismounted Reichsguard halberds, which can be problematic, but I'm going to send my Giants in to kind of, I guess, just charge through them and not actually do anything. I kind of see my arrows coming into the back, very slowly hitting them. Also, guys, range units are a really good way to deal with halberds, because halberds right now, I think, are offensively one of the best units in the game because they have such a quick animation. And certain units like Blackguard or Magron, which have like 14 attack or something like that, you know, when you're just like hit, you know, so quick, I mean, that adds up, and you're able to defend walls really effectively. You're able to pick off bigger units effectively if you can hold back, and maybe you can stun lock units really effectively. So even lesser halberd units, like just like Empire Halberdiers or like Altdorf Company, can be effective if used correctly. So you know, halberd units, you know, even if you don't have many left, they can be utilized pretty well. But those are going to rout, and I think what was happening at this point was he still had a unit of high elf archers, and I was chasing him with my scarabs, which, yeah, you can see the mouse over pop up, but you can't really see the unit. I don't see any dust being kicked up, so maybe you can't see the dust behind them. So they're a really cool unit, guys. I haven't seen anything like that in like original Medieval 2. I guess that goes his general right there, as he admits defeat. But that was a very good game. I had a much bigger army than him at 1,700 units. He had 1,338. So I was able to kind of overwhelm some of his units, and you know, those Giants definitely put in a lot of work in this game. Let's look at the kill count. I got 146 kills with one of my Bone Giant units, and then 110 with these Ushabti. That's really good. 95 with my other Ushabti unit, both getting good kills this game. My Cav did pretty good too. And then let's see what my other Bone Giant get. He got 114, so both Bone Giants getting over 100 kills, really good. Ushabti getting in the hundreds of almost to 100, so really high kill count for my more expensive units. Holy Sun's only getting 2 kills, but I don't think they engage much. 6 kills in the Scarab unit, it's not very much, but you know, again, I think this may have been the one that was chasing around the high elf archers. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. If there's anything that y'all liked in the video specifically that y'all want to see more of, please let me know. And if there's anything that I can do to improve upon, please let me know. I'm always trying to improve. And anyway, guys, hope y'all liked the video, and I will see y'all next time.